Okay, so if you're watching this, hello. Uh, we're gonna play some Destiny 2, follow some Final Fantasy 14, and then maybe finish up with some Final Fantasy 7 remake. I have been waiting to play video games all this week, and as such, I've always been distracted by other people playing video games alongside just being entirely busy throughout the entire week. I think I got to what? Did I even stream on Tuesday? I don't even remember anymore. But also, this is for you, future Marcus. This will be the first time you're doing streaming and record at the same time, which also means you got to keep track of your hard drive space. So do your best to make sure none of it gets corrupted. Anyhow, everybody else that's here, welcome. We have a busy day ahead of us, so let's try to get it all done as quickly as possible. We're gonna start with Destiny 2, and then we'll move on to Final Fantasy 14. Finish the story in that one. Hopefully not get too distracted in 14. By the story, I mean for the near raid. Because I think we're on week 4 or some shit now. I'll stream week 4. It would be great. And then 2 more weeks. And then that story will be done entirely. And I'll be completely ready for Endwalker since I finished Zadnor the other day. Now I just need to do resistance weapons and alongside other small little bits like leveling up all my crafters and gatherers up to 80. And then after that, we'll actually enjoy some time in Final Fantasy VII Remake until it is time for me to go, which is actually somewhat fairly early today. So, let's play some Destiny. Also, if you can't tell, I'm still kind of tired. I think I logged in at some point in time this week, then logged back out immediately afterwards. I still haven't opened up the PS5 controller, the DualSense, to see if I can clean out the the DualShock. I bet the analog stick.
Guardian, light guides your path. Though I believe darkness lies ahead for you. I expected your assaults to weaken the Vex. But I reach into the network now, and it pulls. Hungry, greedy, like slogging through mud. I felt this when you first walked through the network. You pushed into their system, and something malevolent pushed back. The sacred Splicer must know the Vex, must understand what can and cannot be bent, yes. They are like the seasons, or the great seas. They surge and flow like a primal force. They cannot be manipulated, and yet something is doing just that. I do not know what it is, or why it has targeted your city. But I see the great machine hanging above, and I worry. This endless night has greater purpose. Be cautious now, Guardian. Darkness is coming for you. Shine your light on the truth.
When Mithrax speaks to you this time, his tone is different. His usual spiritual optimism is tempered by foreboding. He feels a malevolent force pulling from the center of the Vex network. The same force he noticed when you first stepped into the network on Europa. He fears the Vex are being manipulated somehow, that the Endless Night has greater purpose than he initially thought. Darkness is coming for you, he warns. The Vex must be disrupted before it is too late. How many of these do I have? I need this, right? Firewalker. Okay. To the Tangled Shore. Override this week. Oops. Oops.
The Splicer grows within you, Guardian. Spread your light throughout the Vex network.
Located a back door to the Vex domain. Get your foot in that door and secure the data.
Attempt to lock out the terminal. Destroy countermeasures to keep it operating. Network attempts to re-encrypt. Disrupt the passcode sequence and continue the splice.
Won't give up so easily. They're recalibrating their defenses. Be ready for anything. Mithrax has located many data caches, like fuel for your Splicer pad. Judging by the Vex response, your fancy Splicer glove is working. Keep at it.
Your attention. Keep it fixed on the terminal. Vortex gathers energy, moving from potential to material. Your splice nears completion.
We need one more batch of data. Then you can jump into the Vex brain space.
I sense the Vex mind. It lashes out with something like desperation. They are coming for you. Complete the final unlock sequence to manifest the vortex.
Vortex could lead anywhere. Be careful, Guardian. Simulation. Why is it so ugly? The Vex have infinite power and use it like a child with crayons.
shotgun gun.
This must be the subjugated mind. Crush these poor machines so we can leave this hideous place.
Well, that's unfortunate. Who dares kick me out?
The Fallen are strange. They are advanced enough to splice the Vex network, but their ships still look like heaps of garbage.
Destroyed Vex yield the right source of data. Feed it into the terminal to crash the system.
Oh man.
another assault. The Vex will endure as many casualties as necessary to keep the vortex closed. Has located many data caches, like fuel for your Splicer pad.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Splicer tech must work, because the Vex are converging to shut it down. Trying to fix their broken code. Deal with the Vex, but keep one eye on the terminal. I can practically hear the Vex gears grinding. They cannot stop you, but they will still try.
The vortex resists manifestation. A vital surge of data will force it into being. I can feel the Vex mind stirring. It is aware of your presence. Prepare for its violence.
Ouch.
Says the vortex is almost ready. I don't know what that means, but the Vex want to stop you, so it must be good.
The splice is complete. Enter quickly.
Vex domain still operates on rules like gravity and continuous flow of time. For all their advancements, the Vex still lack imagination.
Nothing can save these machines from your life. Destroy them.
Your combat is impressive, Guardian. The light favors you.
The guarding is the hard part, but I admit that your splicer tricks are useful.
The Saint finds use for Elixir. These are dark days indeed.
When the labyrinth domain of the Vex Nexus collapsed, it was not destroyed but infected by an incursion of Taken. Yay! This endless night subroutines flowed through a now a corrupted, oppressive mind. Return and destroy the oppressive mind once and for all. What was the other one called? Yeah, just an oppressive mind as well. Oh, this one has unstoppables in them. Great. Phalanxes. Oh boy. So I don't have to use this. I can use whatever I want now.
Proceed through the temporal breachway and infiltrate the Vex's subnetwork. Focus on the task at hand. Do not be distracted by your senses.
Ouch. There we go. Lord, open up. Oh, still waiting for the Taken. Ah. I'm not seeing no gloopity gloop yet. Don't worry, I've seen it too.
Decompiling analysis field. Interesting. Stay ahead of it.
My Ren system. What? Oh, here they are. They're taking gloopity gloops. I'm taking mines. Oh no. I think it was this one. Yay.
The Vex are able to divide themselves between the material world and this place to engineer their plans. This is not unlike the Ascendant Plane. It raises many questions.
Uh-oh. That's rather unfortunate. They always gotta place him in, like, such odd areas I never would expect. And then those I would expect. Ah, darn. Oh well. For real? Ow. Piss off, buddy. Fuck.
Once more, the Vex fall into our trap. Destroy them all. Bring this domain crumbling down.
Oh, right, I gotta grab it.
shades of night unraveling as if a veil is being lifted. The network is laid bare, its threads converging on... What is this?
Mithrax, what's wrong? What do you see?
An infestation. I have found the Vex at the source of the endless night. Queria, the dreaming mind. Its code has been corrupted by taken magic.
Savathun. We've been played.
Queria has been commanding the other Vex, poisoning their minds, directing them at Savathun's will. The endless night is of Savathun's design.
It would seem the Witch Queen has outmaneuvered us. But perhaps she did not count on us seeing her hand so soon.
Then we strike now. Mithrax and I will lead forth. We bring the fight to Corian Frontier.
We cannot rush into this. We must find a safe route through the Vex domain where Queria's hiding.
Any time we give is time for Savathun to scheme. No scheming, we shoot.
I know, Saint, but we have to be careful. Mithrax, will you report your findings to the Guardian back at the helm?
If that is your wish.
We will fight, and soon. But it will be on our terms, not hers.
Okay, so I didn't miss anything. So I knew about the whole Curia talk this week. For those that don't know, oh god, my bit rate is dying. I'd imagine most of you know. So for most of you that don't, for some of you that don't know, Curia is a taken Vex mine that was, I believe, first captured by Crota and then taken by Oryx. If you don't know who those are, play Destiny 1, as they were some of the coolest bosses we got to fight. Crota being a raid boss and Oryx being both a story boss and a raid boss, the very first of the entire series. The entire franchise, we'll say. Since now we spread our way into cookbooks. Ha ha! Anyhow, Curia is a Vex taken mind. Or taken Vex mind, I guess we'll say. And Savathun placed Curia in charge of the Dreaming City. And it's the reason why the Dreaming City is in a 3-week loop, stuck doing the same missions over and over again, story-wise, I should say. Gameplay-wise, I think it's okay, because we pretty much do the same thing with Eris, and now on Europa, since there's still debris falling from the Deepstone Crypt. But Curia is the reason why the Dreaming City is, as they call it, a murder battery. And this is the first time they've ever said its name just outright in the game. $64, $67. Nice. These aren't too far off from each other. Ooh, full auto with one for all. Give that to my hunter, I guess.
I wish my news was not so grave. But I can confirm that it is the taken Vex mind Quria at the center of the simulation that plagues this city. Quria serves the Witch Queen Savathun. It is she who is responsible for the endless night.
Are you certain of your data? After all, Savathun is known for her deceptions.
Osiris, I did not know you had access to this channel.
I wish to confer with you and the Guardian privately.
The Splicers feel Quiria's spirit. Hollow, calculating, taken. It lurks between realities as a blade between carapace plates. There is no mistake.
How did you miss this?
In the same way it went unseen by the mighty Osiris.
If my experience and wisdom can aid you in Quiria's capture, you may have it.
Capture. Quria is discordant and must be exorcised if the great machine's sky is to shine again.
The things we could learn were we to capture it. Think, Mithrax.
Dangerous. Ambitious. Assume capture is successful, captivity would prove difficult. Safer to eradicate.
I will confer with Ikora to find us the best course of action.
Of course. Mithrax observes the city's guidance. You and the Guardian speak with Ikora. Elixni will continue to refine a strategy.
Mithrax and Osiris tell you that Curia, the dreaming mind, is the dark force at the center of the Vex network. Osiris plans to confer with Ikora on the best course of action while Mithrax refines his strategy. It will both depend on you and the power of your newly enhanced Splicer abilities. You should report these findings to Ikora. Defeated combatants may now drop corrupt key codes. Now we must speak with Ikora. Corrupted Vex chests have increased rewards and now have a chance to drop an Umbral engram when opened. Oh. Higher chance. Higher chance. Okay, so this is more or less worthless. God damn. And is this the part where I have to go, where it's like I have to go to the helm, then back to the tower, then back to the helm? Now I've been reading online. We'll find out.
Guardian, be vigilant. We must consider our discovery of Savathun to be part of her plan. Perhaps she means to sow fear and suspicion among us. I won't allow her to drive us apart. When the time comes, I'll put a spear of light through the Witch Queen's heart myself. For now, I'm overturning all hidden records and full archival access to Osiris, but no one else. Lakshmi claims the Vanguard suffers from a lack of transparency. If she had access to our records, she'd cherry-pick whatever details were necessary to ground her prophecies. I need people I can trust to be objective. Some of our records on Savathun are fabricated truths, I'm sure. But in those lies are the strategies she used to topple the Dreaming City. History won't be repeating itself here. Continue your Splicer training with Mithrax. Use it to root Savathun's minions out. We'll reassess the situation when we've located our target.
Ikora's voice is grim as she explains explains that curious presence in the Vex network means that Savathun, the Witch Queen, is behind the endless night. When the time comes, I'll put a spear of light. Yeah, you heard this. You just place the training with Mithrax. Use it to root Savathun's minions out. Back to the helm. Oh god. I held down L2 and R2, expecting for teleport to come up. Oh fuck. I've been playing too much Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, you just have to go to and fro places. Point A, point B to point 8 again. Talk with people. Oh man. This is an RPG now. So, the first season, starting off with this expansion, was Season of the Hunt. We got introduced to Crow and the idea of Xivu Arath. Capturing more people for her army. And now we have and then in the next one we were introduced to Keitel. We got to see her for the first time, and we got to do Presage. And now here we're talking about Savathun, the Witch Queen.
People of the Lost City, I come to you with an emergency announcement. One that Vanguard leadership wishes to keep from you. Future War Court has learned from Guardian sources that the endless night is the work of the hive god of deceit, Savathun.
No, don't say her
This is
name.
a grave development, but we cannot give in to despair. Instead, let it propel us to action. We must demand accountability from Vanguard leadership. We cannot allow Zavala and Ikora Ray to sell our city to the fallen. Why?
Enough! This is Ikora Ray. I will not stand by while this hateful rhetoric goes unchallenged. I understand it's hard to put the violence of the past behind us. But the Vanguard's responsibility is to preserve a just peace. Not for some, but for all. Lakshmi would have you live in fear. Fear of the Elixni. Fear of the future. But I propose something much stronger. Faith.
Oh god.
Faith that bravery is not just a human quality. Faith that we are stronger together. Faith that the Vanguard and our Elixni allies will break the Vex hold on our city. And we'll do it united, as one, for the good of all.
I can get behind that. Okay. I can get behind that. Oh, it's too bad. I had a thought in my mind.
Warrior lurks at the center of this false night. All threads leading to it are dark and thick, covered in black oil. Your Splicer mastery has been growing. The great machine is unknowable, but I believe it acts with purpose. Just as we must act with purpose now. To find a way to reach Queria and end it. Sacred Splicers must see the invisible machinery at work around us to understand its beauty and flaws, and our place within it. I think of my light as a torch, a beacon Yours, though, I see as a weapon. I say this with respect. From what I know of the Great Machine, it would not create a weapon without needing to use it. Quria will be your target. Be ready, for there is no doubt it is.
The force at the center of the Vex network has a name, Curia. Mithrax pledges to use his abilities as a sacred splicer to search through the Vex domain until he finds its lair. He tells you he imagines his light as a beacon, something to use to guide others through the darkness of the world. He believes you were given your light to use as a weapon, and Curia is the target. And with that, hey, we're done with the story for the week. Defeat champions. Oh, excuse me. Let's pop some of these triumphs that we got. Lore. Okay, almost done with these. These are the Splicer weapons. Ooh. Complete missions with weapons. Complete missions while wearing armor. Almost there. Nope, not yet. There's lore, where I don't have a lore reading stream at some point in time. For now,